You may be seated, please. Present, Secretary to the Commission, Honourable Directors, here present. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the inaugural plenary of the Honourable Chief Commissioner and the Federal Commissioners holding here today of our Lord, the 26th of September, 2024. Honourable Chief Commissioner, yesterday was indeed a memorable time in the history of our Commission as the 10th Assembly inaugurated the 10th Chief Commissioner and other commissioners of our great Commission. So it may interest you to know that it's a divine providence to know that the heavenly bodies have given you 10 over 10 because the 10th Assembly and you are the 10th Chief Commissioner of our great Commission. So let's not to our Chief Commissioner. It's our solemn prayer that you maintain that score throughout the duration of your tenure in office. Amen. Thank you very much, sir. Let's get to meet our commissioners here present. Leading the Board of Commissioners, as we all know, is our Honourable Chief Commissioner, Honourable Bashir Abubakar MFA. Let's put us together for him, please. Thank you very much, sir. We are happy to see you. In no particular order, we have number 2, here from representing Akwa State, Mr. Ubon Kuwa. You may rise, a returning commissioner. You're welcome, sir. We have number 3 from Kano, Right Honourable Yusuf Abdullahi Atta. You're welcome, sir. You may wave it. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, we have from Ekiti, representing the good people of Ekiti, Prince Olaisade Akintade Charles. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Representing Borno State, we have our Honourable Yusuf Adamu, a returning commissioner. You're welcome, sir. State Honourable Kende Adeyemi Omi, a returning commissioner too. You're welcome, sir. And from Plateau State, we have Honourable Abbas A. Garba, a returning commissioner. You're welcome, sir. From Zamfara, we have Honourable Ambassador Aminu Ibrahim. Thank you very much. And for Nassau State here, we have Honourable Mustafa Saidu Mohammed Mahmoud. Thank you very much, sir. And for Niger State, we have Honourable Abdul Rahman Mohammed, a returning commissioner. Thank you very much.
From the previous.
Yes. Baby, yes, we have it here. Honourable James Ogaba Oche. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Over. Okay. Wow. Enugu State, we have Honourable Barrister Eddie O. Okoli. Sorry, man, you're welcome, man. Thank you, congratulations. Yes, we have from Osun State, Honourable Adekunle Alao. You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, I think that should be all for now. Castina. Sorry, sir. Sorry, that's an oversight from here. Sorry. Castina. Castina, yes, please. Sorry, sir. We have Honourable Bashiru M. Issa from Castina. Thank you very much, sir. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. So now you've met your commissioners, so it's time to meet your management of the commission that will be working with you. Let me quickly introduce them to you so that you get to meet them and the commissioner too. So leading the management staff here is our indefatigable and dynamic secretary to the commission, Hajia Salamatu Maman. Madam, you're welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. We have here with us the head legal, Barrister Funsho Dari. So you're welcome, sir. Thank you very much. We have the Director of Administration, Mrs. Anatu James. Thank you very much, ma'am. We have the Director of Finance and Account, Mrs. Linda Audu. Thank you very much. We have the Director of Public Sector Investigation Department of the Commission, Ms. Edna Edopa. You're welcome, ma'am. We have the Director of Planning Research and Statistics and the ICT, Mrs. Funke Oyebade. Thank you very much. That is Director of Procurement, Mr. Abdulaziz Abdullah, Mr. Sunday Bakari. Thank you very much. And that will be it for now.
Honourable Chief Commissioner, sir. The Honourable Chief Commissioner, sir. The Honourable Commissioners here present, the directors, members of press, ladies and gentlemen. I feel highly privileged and honored to be in your presence this morning. So on behalf of the entire management and staff of the Public Complaints Commission, congratulate you all on your well-deserved appointment, and to particularly thank the National Assembly for increasing the number of women commissioners. This number is the highest since the creation of the Public Complaints Commission on the 16th of October 1975. I am most grateful to Allah for making this day happen. Having served the Commission for 34 years plus, my most traumatic moment of my career was the period the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, led government on 28 February 2024, announced that part of the recommendation of the 12-year-old Oreshe report will be implemented. Part of these recommendations, as announced, was that the Public Complaints Commission will be subsumed by the National Human Rights Commission. This announcement came to us as a surprise. To us, considering the long history of the Ombudsman and his strategic role in the protection and promotion of the rule of law, good governance, and democracy, not only in Nigeria, but globally, knowing that the same suggestion was rejected by the previous administration. Shortly after the tenure of the Honourable Chief Commissioner and the commissioners came to an end on the 5th July 2024. And the leadership of the Commission, by faith, fell on me and the directors. Then, the opportunity to defend the Commission before the Special Committee on Restructuring came on 24th August 2024. That was done, and by 25th of August, the next day, 2024, the Senate President, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, announced the reconstitution of this honorable city to the glory of God. I must state that I feel highly fulfilled, not just because of the reconstitution, but that the caliber and quality of the membership, but that the caliber and quality of the membership can only be equated with the snow. Permit me to welcome you into the Ombudsman family and to say that the 4,248 officers are eager and looking forward to a good working relationship with you as we pledge our loyalty and support to you all. The Ombudsman, in its modern form, originated from Scandinavian countries, particularly in Sweden in 1809. It was first adopted in Africa by Zambia in 1974, in Nigeria in 1975. Today, it exists in over 150 countries of the world and over 25 countries in Africa, and is increasingly being adopted by more countries because it has become one of the greatest pillars of democracy acknowledged by international and regional bodies. The Public Complaints Commission is the Nigerian Ombudsman institution, was set up to redress complaints lodged by the aggrieved citizens against administrative injustice It is the machinery for the control of administrative excesses, non-adherence to procedure, or abuse of law. The Commission's Enabling Act Cap P37 Laws of the Federation 2004 is entrenched under Section 3155B of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1990, and has altered. The Commission aimed at promoting social justice for the individual citizen. It is also an institution that provides a viable option for Nigerians and anyone resident in Nigeria seeking redress against injustice arising from administrative bureaucratic errors, omission, or abuse by officials of government or limited liability companies in Nigeria. The Commission has a role of improving public administration in the laws, procedure, practice, rules, and regulations, as well as standard behavior of officials. The primary function of the Public Complaints Commission is to provide impartial investigation on behalf of the complainants who feel aggrieved by the action and inaction of the government of the federal, state, and local level or private companies. In getting redress and justice for aggrieved Nigerians and persons resident in the country, the Commission to a great extent shares the same function with the courts and is therefore referred to as a quasi-judicial institution the world over. Unlike the courts, the Commission does not undertake adversarial adjudication, but sometimes employs the Alternative Dispute Resolution (ADR) mechanism to resolve most of the cases lodged before it. This the Public Complaints Commission have done and still doing for over 48 years. The last board resolved 99,469 cases at no cost to the complainant. The institution of the Public Complaints Commission of the Ombudsman in Nigeria is known with different names. In South Africa, it is called Public Protector. In Costa Rica, it is called Defender of the Inhabitants. In Argentina, it is called the Defender of the People. And in Nigeria, it is called the Public Complaints Commission. It is the watchdog for administrative wrongs, errors of omission, and commission. The Ombudsman is an anti-corruption body which functions on four basic pillars: is confidentiality, neutrality, independence, and informality. The establishment of the Public Complaints Commission, PCC, in Nigeria. The first legislation that created the Ombudsman institution in Nigeria dates back to 1974. The defunct North Central State Government promulgated an edict number 5 of 1974, which was known as the Public Complaints Bureau, with its office in Kaduna. We still occupy the office today. The post-war experience of Nigerians shortly after the Civil War, which spanned between 1967 and 1970, was indicative of a near collapse of constituted authority and arbitrary use of administrative powers within and outside public establishment. Government officials in positions of authority wielded so much power and influence to the detriment of their junior officers and members of the public. Several atrocities were being committed on a daily basis with impunity. The morale of the public servant was at its lowest ebb. The federal government, led by the General Yakubu Gowon, in a bid to arrest this ugly trend, set up the Civil Service Reform Panel headed by the late Chief Jerome Udoji. The panel, among other things, was charged with the responsibility to recommend to the government the solution to the near collapse of the public service sector in Nigeria. The panel, which was known as Udoji Panel, recommended the establishment of a body to be called Nigerian Ombudsman as a body to check and control administrative procedures in government establishment in order to ensure that the regulation and extant rules are not brazenly breached. The recommendation of Udoji Panel was eventually accepted by the military government, and Decree 31 was promulgated, establishing the Public Complaints Commission in Nigeria on the 16th October 1975. as over 48. By next month, in some weeks' time, will be 49 years old. The decree has been incorporated into various Nigerian constitutions, including the 1999 Federal Constitution as amended, and now Public Complaints Commission Act, Cap P 37, Laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 2004. The commission was created to ensure accountability and transparency in the way government and its agencies as well as organizations engage with the public. The arbitrary use of administrative powers by public officials within and outside government establishment. The PCC is a formal agency in which Nigerian citizens are to canalize and channel the litany of complaints that ensure from their everyday living. The institution saddled with the role of injecting discipline and probity into the administrative system of Nigeria. It is a fact that grievances and complaints become less threatening when they are freely aired and promptly addressed. Where complaints are allowed to incubate, discord and disaffection ensue, giving rise to acrimony and eventually instability. The PCC was set up by the government to work towards promoting good governance in Nigeria. Good governance means democratic government, as referred to by INE in 2002, which is said to be a government that is transparent, creates space for civil society, and guarantees the basic human freedom of its citizens. Good governance is also predicated on a moral exchange, a degree of reciprocity between the state and civil society. The government is expected to deliver, while the governed is expected to legitimize their existence and provide support. The mandate of the Commission. The Commission's mandate is to promote an effective and efficient service that is responsible and responsive to the needs of the citizen through investigation and resolution of complaints against federal, state, local government, public corporations, private sector organizations, and their officials. The Commission, which started with its headquarters on Norman Williams Street, Lagos, with 12 state offices, today has 36 state offices and FCT, with its headquarters here in Maitama, Abuja, in its efforts to bring the services closer to the people at no cost. The Commission, on the average, has 5 area offices in each state. The structure of the Commission. In order for the Commission to effect the desired impact on the people, is structured to have a presence in every state in the country and the Federal Capital Territory. At the helm of affairs is the Honourable Chief Commissioner. He coordinates the affairs of the Commission and the 37 commissioners who are the chief executives of at the state level. The Secretary to the Commission is the head of the civil service in the Commission, followed by the directors at the headquarters and all the state directors in the Federation. The Commission has 5 main departments: administration, investigation, public, investigation, private, finance and account, planning, research and statistics, and 8 units at the headquarters: legal, enforcement, procurement, training, budget, maintenance, and audit units. The Commission have impacted positively on millions of individuals and groups in its inception, and we hope to continue to do more since its inception, and we hope to continue to do more in the years ahead. The last team, the Ombudsman Radio, we have the last team established the Ombudsman Radio station, which is here. We are yet to be licensed, but we are on Facebook. Got an enhanced budget, improved the salaries of the workers, acquired offices in the federal secretariat at the state levels, renovated some others. Reward and award system was also introduced recently to enhance the performance through healthy competition. What we do, I want to bore you with that because they are contained in your folder. What we do is contained in Section 5 of the PCC Act, laws, Cap 37 Laws of the Federation 2004. They are in your folders. The materials that you need are in your folders. Then how we do it is also contained in the standard operating procedure. Is there in your folder, and Section 5.3 of the PCC Act tells us how we do it. To access our office, the Commission's social media handle are as follows: Facebook, Public Complaints Commission Nigeria; email, info@pcc.gov.ng. I think we'll provide that for you so that we don't take time. Our challenges. As an institution an institution that will be 49 years old in a couple of weeks cannot be said to be devoid of challenges. Like you were informed by the National Assembly yesterday, our major challenge is poor funding, which training, welfare, infrastructure, and backlog of promotion arrears are tied to. A resolution was passed for an improved funding for the Commission in 2022 by the House of Representatives. The clerk of the National Assembly sent a letter to the SGF, who in turn addressed a letter to the Minister for Budget and National Planning. All these efforts are yet to yield the turnaround we desire. The salary structure of the staff of the Commission has been a serious challenge, as the legislative salary structure that was adopted came with a table that is lower than that of the National Assembly. I wrote to request for its harmonization, which is before the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission for consideration. In conclusion, the Public Complaints Commission have served as the queen of the democratic government in Nigeria and have helped in deepening the democratic principles. A lot has been achieved and much more needs to be done, and we are not unmindful of this fact. Permit me, therefore, to congratulate the honorables. Long live the Public Complaints Commission. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the elaborate, incisive lecture. PCC will solve complaint at no cost using the alternative dispute television authority here with us. Radio Nigeria is here with us. This day, the nation, and of course our very own, the Ombudsman Radio. Here to cover this inaugural plenary. Thank you very much. We are still moving on. Next, we're going to have the recitation of the Honourable Chief Commissioner, which will be taken by my colleague here with me, Dofam. Please, let's once be up for our please. The recitation of the Honourable Chief Commissioner.
Good day. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to read to you the memoir of Alhaji Bashir Abubakar MFR. Alhaji Bashir Abubakar MFR, Bargain Kudi Zazal, was born on 12th December 1962. He had his education career in his hometown, where he completed his primary education in LEA Akwam Fatika, Zaria in 1975, Government Secondary School, Zaria in 1980, School of Basic Studies, Samaru, Zaria in 1981, and finally his first degree and the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University Zaria in 1984. He reported to the National Youth Service Corps orientation camp in the Ibadan Polytechnic for his mandatory national service in 1984, where he finally served in the then University of Ile-Ife, Osun State, and completed in 1985. Alhaji Abubakar served in the Nigerian Customs Service for 33 years. He headed some of the most sensitive offices and commands in the department, including Comptroller Headquarters under the Office of the Comptroller General, Custom Area Controller, FCT Area Command, Comptroller Post Clearance Audit, Zone A, Lagos, Customs Area Controller, Area 2, Oneport, Port Harcourt, Customs Area Controller, Apapa Area Command, Lagos, ACG Secretary to the Nigerian Customs Service Board, Headquarters, Pioneer Coordinator, Border Jury Operation, codenamed Operation Swift Response Sector 4, Northwest Headquarters, Katsina, and lastly, the ACG Zonal Coordinator, Zone B Headquarters, Kaduna. He retired from the Nigerian Customs Service in 2020 and had risen to the management rank of Assistant Controller General of Customs, ACG. His retirement opened up an opportunity for him to join politics, where he contested for primary elections for Kaduna State Governorship position under the All Progressive Congress Party, where he emerged as the first runner-up. Alhaji Abubakar joined politics based on the pressure mounted by his people from various angles of Kaduna State in 2002. Barely less than 1.5 months to the ABC primary elections, he joined the race and vied for the governorship position and became the first runner-up. His unflinching interest towards the development of others, especially his community, is known. Alhaji Bashir is characterized by numerous qualities of excellence, which makes him stand unique and exemplary in our society. He has maintained his local community as his major base where he lives with his family. He is a detribalized Nigerian who always advocates for peaceful coexistence and harmony amongst people. He arranges and participates in meetings with various youth groups and teaches them on how to form various organizations that can meet up with national and international standards with regards to community development, self-reliance, and security. He has encouraged communities to buy lands and build schools for themselves, and also encourages organs of both local and federal organizations in making such progress a reality. Thank you. He also encourages communities on how to organize and provide basic social amenities for themselves through help efforts to complement the efforts of government by construction of local wells, manual and electric boreholes in various parts of Zazzau communities. Alhaji Abubakar has participated in the renovation and construction of old and new health centers for the communities. He's an advocate of Back to Base campaign. Students and young graduates are encouraged to participate in their ancestral professions like farming, tanning and dyeing, blacksmithing, sewing, and embroidery work, saddle making, poetry, and several other local professions that the young have abandoned for white-collar jobs. He's a board member of Zazzau Educational Development Association, ZADA, chairman of Ialu Memorial Schools, Zazzau Emirates Committee of Zaka, Dawa, Wakab, vice president of one of the oldest schools in northern Nigeria, the 113th year Al-Huda Huda College, Zaria, and national president of ABU Old Boys Association. He is honored by the naming of a school after him by Kaduna State government. He is currently holding the traditional title of Birding Kudi Zazzau, a title bestowed on him as an heir of the Zazzau throne by His Highness Ambassador Dr. Ahmed Nuhu Bamali. Some of the awards and recognition received by him for his meritorious service to to the nation includes the following: Control General of Customs, Jacob Gian Buba Merit Award on Best Revenue Recovery in 2004, Controller General of Customs Hamid Ibrahim Ali, Letter of Recommendation on Dedication to Duty on Airport, Port Harcourt in 2008, Comptroller General of Customs Hamid Ali, Commendation Letter Apapa Port, Lagos in 2019, Director General, National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, Merit Award for Support and Safeguarding Public Health in 2019. World Customs Organization, Merit Award for rendering exceptional service to international customs community in 2019. ICPS, OSGF Integrity Award in 2019 by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, in recognition of his outstanding service and contributions to the development of Nigeria. On the 19th of September 2002, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, also and again conferred on him the national honor of Member of the Order of the Federal Republic. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please in a standing ovation and a resounding applause as we honor a true visionary, a true leader, a people-oriented personality, one who knows his metals through and through, one who has so many others attached to his heart. I present to you the now defender of the defenseless, the voice of the voiceless, the number one peacemaker and ombudsman of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the 10th Honourable Chief Commissioner of Public Affairs Commission, Honourable Alhaji Bashir Abubakar,
Thank you very much. Please put on together for my colleague, Mr. Fan. Thank you for that incisive and encouraging resume, our Honourable Chief Commissioner. Our Honourable Chief Commissioner is a paramilitary man, so that means we're in the same hands. Thank you very much, sir. The moment we all be waiting for is finally arrived. The inaugural speech of the Honourable Chief Commissioner. Are we ready?
We are set.
Thank you very much. Let's present of our Chief Commissioner once again. Thank you very much, sir. All right, Chief. You have the floor, sir.
The Secretary to Public Service Commission, my dear amiable commissioners, directors of the commission, senior members or staff of this commission, other specialists in our mix, the president and security agencies. I'm standing before you honestly with mixed feelings. If you remember yesterday, in my speech, I was very clear to say it, that for the first time in my life, I took over an office, a duty under oath. And while the Mr. President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Fabio, was directing me to say after him, I knew what was cooking inside me. And by the time I finished taking my oath, I was very much satisfied after signing the document. So I would like to start my speech from where all of us took an oath and signed the document of oath before millions of Nigerians and even international community. Because by virtue of information technology today, you will agree with me, the occasion of yesterday had gone viral. Perhaps the only person that we are very sure is not aware of what happened is the dead. Think of anywhere in the world, in one way or the other, the information about our world yesterday, at least. So, first of all, I welcome all of you, the new commissioners. At the same time, I'm very happy to be with you and to be happy, to be with the senior and junior members of this very important commission. Luckily for me, from the citation, I think either in the commission we have some CIA members or possibly the DSS must have given a wide report about me, because a lot of things that I have forgotten. But from the citation, I was able to remember. You see, when you take an oath of office, do you know the witness? The witness is God. It is not your wife or your husband or your child or your staff. It may not mean anything to some people, but we all believe the voice of people is the word of God. Whatever perception people have on you, from the Islamic point of view, when you have the majority saying good about you, so be it. Similarly, vice versa. And that is what is expected for you to beat in the hereafter. And I'm sure it is the same thing in the Christian law. So I want us to be really mindful of this oath of office that all of us do. As for me, I'm here as a servant. I'm here as a student. I'm ready to learn from each and every one of you. The luck I have, I'm very lucky, is that going through the list of the commissioners, you will agree with me, virtually everybody in the commission is a veteran. Everybody in the commission is somebody who has excelled positively in his exceptional profession or means of livelihood. And it is through that he has been picked upon to come and represent. The second issue is part of the core assignment we have as a commission. We have to handle the issue of injustices. I don't know where we are going to start from. Because the injustices start from our respective homes. Start from our own selves. Because the belief I have, we all call the day of judgment. Every day is a day of judgment. All you need to do is to find out, study your activities for the day as you are going to bed. As assess yourself, visualize, and come out with the results. From 5 or from 6 a.m. to 11 or 12, let us assume that is the last hour of the day. What good have you done in those hours? And whoever does, it's not like writing examination, especially to our kinds here, the older generation. Once you write exams during our time, not now we're doing Yahoo Yahoo. Once you write exams during our days, you will be able to know whether yes, you have passed or not passed. I start to be corrected. The only thing you cannot be sure is whether you are going to get, the mark you are going to, whether A or B or C or whatever. But for sure, if you write a paper and you fail, you don't need anybody to tell you from your own self. You know that you fail. I think it is not like that anymore. Because right now, everybody uses quite a number of devices and means to make sure, even if some people write for others. So, here we are saddled with this responsibility of checkmating, advising, and giving a blueprint of what justice is. Majority of us are not lawyers. Majority of us have never passed more than being a committee member of one thing or the other. Maybe you were a commissioner before, or you are head of social organization, or you are part of the management, and so on and so forth. So I want us to take this assignment as if it is an assignment that the way I take it, even this morning when I prayed, I was thinking, so now, if I take any wrong decision, God is going to punish me as far as this book is concerned. And I mean it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to take this service. We have this common adage that we say, what is it? Work as usual. Okay?
Business as usual.
Business as usual. Thank you. Business as usual. Now, to me, by my own philosophy, business as usual can mean positive or negative. But in this case, let us take the negative one. Let us take that it is no longer business as usual, negative. Let us start thinking as human beings. Last week, I was out of this country. And honestly, something happened to me which, though I'm not sure with you here, but the mere fact that you say, oh, you have a Nigerian passport, even the way you've been looked for is so sad. Can we seize this opportunity to give a little positive coloring to the perception of the entire world against our people? Can we do that, please? Let it be that we have had a little bit of coloring. Leave the place a little bit better than we met it. Perhaps it is part of my policy in all the offices I held. There is no office I held that I have not left something tangible, something positive. That at least even if it is one that I'll be reckoned with. The past leadership has done their best. Skin issues, misunderstanding is normal. Misunderstanding or awkwardness happens when things are beginning to have headway for improvement. If all of us agree with ourselves, then something somewhere is wrong. No matter what. So to a large extent, if we agree and disagree, and at the same time, we finalize by admitting the perception of the majority, that will go a long way as far as this our assignment is concerned. We are determined with the knowledge of each and every one of us. I have partly mentioned the issue of attitudinal change. Some of us can be aggressive in terms of attitude. Some of us may be unforgiving. Some of us have some attitude, knowingly or unknowingly, that are not admissible by the majority. But that is their nature. I could remember I started 1981 was my first year in the university after our A-levels. And we were meant, those of you who have attended university in any of the universities in northern Nigeria, then there's what they call sociology 103. It is a compulsory subject that whatever you are reading in the university, you must pass through that course. Why? Because sociology is the study of human behavior. So if one of the best things you can do to yourself and do to others is fairness. I have recognized Taraba to be somebody who is too gentle. He doesn't talk. No matter what I do to make him talk, he will not. So be it. I need to understand. And I have recognized Zamfara to be aggressive in his attitude. And if care is not taken, he may even slap you. The only thing I will make sure I don't allow is that slap. But his aggressiveness, I will have to learn to go with it. And I have to learn to identify his problems so that at any given time, I'm confronting him or I'm approaching him. Like I said before, I will make sure there is a little bit of distance between us. But whatever he says, I will make sure I take them seriously. All I need to do is what? To filter the necessities of his words. Those of them that are necessary, those of them that are important. With the topic in question, I will pick them and make use of them. If we can be able to adopt all these methods, then you will discover that within ourselves, we don't need to quarrel. The whole issue is that I don't agree with you. He doesn't agree with you. But before we know it, majority have agreed with what you said. Whether I like it or not, the job belongs to all Nigerians. We have to admit the majority are with him, and we have to let go. I want us to apply this. Another very important issue which Haji has mentioned, the secretary, is confidentiality. As somebody who came out from my discipline, paramilitary, it is the first thing that we are being trained. You may be exposing your personal or official duties, not intentionally, but because of your nature. Don't forget my last idea on attitude or behavior. Naturally, you are in the car with your driver, you are talking about somebody, out of anger you are insulting that person, and you are mentioning them. I will tell you,
the best way anybody can get you, the best, is through your immediate staff, through your immediate subordinates. Drivers, cooks, cleaners, and what have you. Because at any given time, they are with you. And they have a bit of your conversation with others. If I'm looking for Hajja at any given time and I know her driver, and I call her, she doesn't answer, the next thing I will call her, where are you? Say, Oga, we are at so place. Say, okay, don't worry. Probably by the time she decides to call me back, she will give me a different information. And already there is a built-up idea from me against her. She wouldn't know. So as members of this commission, and also senior members of the Nigerian society, I want us to be careful of what we say where and with who, how we share information. Or you give your documents, even your private businesses or activities, to somebody to scan. I will tell you, I learned how to use computer by force because I am very, very secretive. And I'm enjoying it. Certain documents you don't need to give anybody to photostat for you. There are some photocopiers that even though they delete from the memory in front of you, it has another one, internal memory, that it keeps. You wouldn't know. So let us be one of the #1 commission. Think of any office today in Nigeria. Think of any office. At one time or the other, we see documents leaked out from that office. And you see it even colored and standardized. Not that the way it is snapped, it is made in such a way that it is a hidden action. No, intentional and clear action. So we need to identify and expatiate the issue of confidentiality. We need to check from the previous activities of the commission, the achievements the commission has met. Luckily, like I said, I'm a student of Martin Luther King, who says, he would like to see a day that his country, then America, will accept
people by their behavioral attitude, not on the basis of their skin or color or whatever parameter you want to use to judge them. So I want us to have a commission, my dear commissioners and directors, that the quality of your idea is what matters to us, not your private attitude. If you exhibit anything wrong, we should be able to accept within ourselves that there must be repercussion. In Hajia's speech, she mentioned the word which was introduced at the commission. I'm sure she didn't want to waste our time. She didn't want to waste our time. But I'm sure there must be punishment, which is the opposite of reward. And my dear brothers and sisters, it is part of what we have as a problem in Nigeria. We keep rewarding people, not punishing. There's no way corruption will stop if there is no punishment. There's no way. So the two of them must go together. Reward and punishment. When you do wrong, I want all of us to agree on that. As the leaders of this commission and as principal, do's and don'ts must be adhered to. And why I'm very happy about this sitting is virtually every state of the Federation is here this morning. I want us to work as a team. You could bring up an idea. We all have different societies, different communities. If I remember, we have more than 250 ethnic tribes in Nigeria. That's my old social studies. Maybe some other tribes have been discovered after. So the peculiarities of issues and problems differ. What probably the problems are in Kaduna during the transition period of changing from last government to this, I was the chairman of the subcommittee on law and order. In Kaduna State. And we made a very beautiful on our report. But we have to work with all the security agencies. So, I'm still on our attitude as senior citizens. The way you exhibit your wealth, the way wealth, what I'm saying when I say wealth, it's not necessarily the issue of money. You can be wealthy in education. If you overuse it, it may get to somewhere where it is not necessary, that you may even deserve punishment for that. You will agree with me. And no matter how problematic an issue is on somebody, it depends on the way he brings it up, knows it, visualize it, and see solution or prosperous solution to it. Otherwise, that's where you can get what we call transfer of aggression. You have your problem, it is your own problem. Maybe it emanated from you, or possibly from somebody. And along the line, somebody even greets you. You respond negatively. Not in our commission by any of our members, please. Angela has mentioned 5 departments we have at the headquarters. We also have 8 units at the headquarters. If you remember what the Honourable President of the Senate, as well as even the Speaker, mentioned, we need to bring ideas. They are ready to do what? Gives us all the assistance we need. They said it publicly. Any assistance we need, they are ready to do what? To give us. Let us put our heads together and see how we can revamp the old honey are still here. In House approval, they said there's no Hanzuma Ikemage, meaning that it is with old honey you make better medicine. We tap from them. We also gather our own respective ideas, our skill, natural and the ones we learned from our previous life, and see how we can put them together over here and assist our citizens. There is nothing wrong in us bringing ideas of more department or reducing the department, more units or reducing the unit, to go in tandem with the present day situation, especially now that we are on e-world. You are here, you have never been to Lagos. You want to go to Norman Williams, our first office. That that is in Southern Ikoyi. Yes, Southern Ikoyi. All you need to do is to apply it on Google Map, and from here it will even show you the number of kilometers. So 100 kilometers. It will show you the direction. It will show you the meandering roads, the roads or streets around Williams before you get there. And as soon as you get to that very spot, to tell you you are in your final destination. The standard operating procedure, I'm happy we have all the documents. If you open your portfolio, all the documents we need to operate are here. They are all before you. So, to those of you who can do the daybreak reading, here you are. Me, I've always been an average student. But that's when they put water in the bucket and you put your legs inside. I've never done it. So I'll be glad, please, we take our time, even with our old ages, to please and please, at any given free time you have, go through some of the relevant issues concerning our commission. It is well articulated, so that when we are talking here, we have double advantages. One, as elders who have learned from the past, and secondly, as elders who have read through the achievements of this commission. So from there we can go ahead and have our achievement. When I was in my last office, some 22 years, the World Customs Organization introduced a fast-tracked method of clearing goods from seaports, from airports, and from the Nigerian borders. And I happened to be one of the pioneer staff who was sent to Brussels to learn what is the fast-track system. Your goods arrive. Let me use Abuja here. We have international airport. You are expecting a cargo, and the cargo arrives. All you need to do is to go and do halfway documentation today, and then pick your goods and bring it home. Then customs will now follow you to come and inspect the cargo there and be sure. So they don't need you to go through the cumbersomeness of the documentation. No. Whatever you declare, whether it is true or false, you'll be requested to pay the duty if the item is dutiable. You pay the duty today electronically to the accounts of government, and then pick your goods. Customs will now follow you, maybe to your garage or wherever. They open it and confirm what you have to assist you, so that you will not incur a lot of demurrage. But take note, even on that system, integrity was introduced. You need to go and register if you know you want to bring such goods. Or if you know you are a regular importer, you need to register with customs. And customs has to profile your past activities through their system and confirm how many infringements have you had before. And depending on the quantum of infringements, that will determine the volume of acceptance, the level of acceptance or trust they should have on you as a trader. What I'm trying to say here is, let us create avenues where issues can be fast-tracked from the local government level to the state level. In fact, from the world level, all of us here know Nigerian politics. It starts from world. to local government, to state and federal. How can we fast track issues? So that we can see, even in the next 2-3 months before the end of the year, how many issues can we be able to crash? But we cannot achieve this, ladies and gentlemen, without what I said before, self-discipline. If you face your business or your family more than the oath of office you took, then that is going to be a problem. Because you have domestic staff in your respective states, you have directors, deputy directors, assistant directors. The more you don't come to work, the more they do not come. The less attitude you give or interest you give in the job or in the assignment, likewise your staff, that's how they will take it. So let me encourage my fellow colleagues to see how we can assist Nigerians by fast-tracking their issues. Now, what I want you to do, what I want you to do, is to advise ourselves, which we may use after my speech under AOP. Let us get responses from members and see, based on the Secretary's speech, based on my own contribution, how can we gather a bit of ideas on how to move forward, how to fast-track our assignment. Already, issue of initiative is there because we have a lot of brains here, and I don't want anyone to be wasted. I must recognize all your respective professionals, and professions, your respective ideas, and your pedigree in your previous assignments. Lastly, I want to show or express my gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and his supporting staff, and of course the amiable Senate President and our dear Speaker of the House of Representatives, with their key elements, key actors, the management of the two assemblies. Honestly, you will all agree with me that we are very much loved. It is now left for us to maintain this love that these people have on us. Or, I will not mention negative by my own mouth. I will only mention positiveness. Let us try to maintain the tempo and encourage them. We are here, they say we can check any case or anywhere. Specifically, they even mention whether it is ICPC, EFCC, NLPC, Presidency, Senate itself, Reps itself, your own community. In your own house, we believe you will start from your own house. Because between you and your wife, or between you and your husband, now when I'm considering myself, no, my commission will not attend to that. So, we appreciate the leadership of the country, and we pray Almighty will give them the wherewithal, the wisdom, and may Almighty God give the country the ability, the wealth to handle all the issues we have. all the issues that is benefiting the growth of this country. And may Almighty Allah select us to be among those that will act positively to the goals of the nation, Nigeria. I'd like to appreciate all of you for listening, and I pray for our success. Thank you very, very much. And I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir. Shall I pronounce together for the Honourable Chief Commissioner once again? Thank you very much to take these marching orders and run with it. And with God be our helper, we shall surely get to the promised land. Amen. All right, we'll come to you. All right. Can you just quickly introduce yourself?
Owa Ibarra Owa, representing Cross River State, and a lawyer by training. Yes, we've heard from you and the Secretary of the Commission. The job is as good as done if information is well appropriated. First, I want to draw your attention to yesterday's ceremony. I picked two things from their home, which I think if we get them, it will do us well. Number one, I will request of you to direct the Secretary of the Commission to make available the presentations of the leadership of the National Assembly to every commissioner here. That's to say, the speech of the Senate President, sorry, 3 documents, the speech of the Senate President, that of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the clerk to the National Assembly. Because when I listen to those speeches, we could amend this law to take a different phase to strengthen this commission for the good of Nigerians. Number 2, dear Chief Commissioner, it is very, very obvious we are bigger than this hall. It should not be mentioned, please take note. This hall is not for us. It's very important. Yes, sir. Again, I will make an appeal to you that before we talk about good governance as a commission, as well established from your speech, we must clean the house first. We cannot go to equity with dirty hands. We have to first and foremost find out, before you throw a stone at somebody, you must ensure that you don't have a default. This commission is a clinic of reputation to the public. This commission must be furnished with all the infelicities so far garnered before our inauguration yesterday, so that the bastards of yesterday should not rub on us. We should not take along what we did not bring. So we bring it to the fore. Let us look at them, ensure we tidy them up, ascertain them, decide them, then we can go openly to say we are the ombudsman. There's an issue, lastly, that the Senate President emphasized yesterday. It was touching. When I slept, I felt somewhat very uncomfortable. That issue should not be swept under the carpet. We have to look at it. Because when he mentioned that, he looked into your eyes and said, Chief Commissioner, take note. What happened in-house that 2,000 people were employed in 1 month in your commission, and they were cooking here. I'm just demonstrating what he did. Something is wrong somewhere. We have to look at that. We can proceed, and we'll be taken seriously. And he mentioned something again that said about a dwindling. Why would your budget dwindle instead of improving? Remember, somebody correct me, I'm right? Yes. So we must look into those issues. so that when we make our presentations, we stand on tough grounds and be taken very, very seriously.
The last one you said what? Oh, budget?
I try to paraphrase him what he said. There's something mentioned about dwindling. I can remember that word. When there's something he wanted to actual budget, we must look at it very vividly so that they can take us very seriously. Because if you were there yesterday in spirit and in truth, the National Assembly leadership has given us their burden to sanctify Nigeria. They make the laws, he said, but take our laws and let them work and make sure this country works in your time, because it doesn't have doubt in the ability and capacity of your members as appointed from the profiling. So if we get that done, I think within the next 3 months, we can start the year coming on a ground good footings. So far, to allow a bite for other members, I'll take my leave. Thank you, sir.
My dear colleagues, my name is Austin Aibawa from Edo State. I'm an ombudsman by training, meaning I work with the commission and I retire with the commission. Chief Commissioner, your citation read volume, and I believe the Messiah the commission has been looking for has come. The city problems will be solved and will be a thing of the past. Chief Commissioner, I don't have this for my colleagues too. Our appointment is full-time and not part-time. Today in Edo State, I have problems upon problems. My predecessor did 6 years. And for those 6 years, he came to Edo State just 4 times. He was in Abuja here. And so now, in Edo State, if you ask the public now, what is PCC? They can tell you. And so, colleagues, however, you can use your discussion. Now, the one that served in the Delta State, may so rest in peace, he was coming at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I want to give laxity to the staff. He will call me on a Sunday. Moderator, how many files on my table? Sir, we have 10. Say, no, I cannot come today and just attend to 10 files. The next morning he will call me. Sir, I will now have 20. He will drive all the way from Ole to Asaba. Attend to those files. Those files will go out and they will come back to him and they go out again. But somewhere the office was moving. So let us do that. Not it's full time. But like I said, use your discretion. And let us reach out to people that matters. I don't say they never went to media houses, print and electronics. Nobody. Let us seek a kind of synergy with them. Visit leaders in the house. Chief Judge should be there because we need him. If you want to summon somebody who's recalcitrant, it is the Chief Judge that will give you the go ahead to summon. That we did in Delta State. Somebody flew from USA to Asaba because we summoned him. Over 200,000 ought to have paid a complainant. And he came with SAN and several other lawyers. Convoys of car, and that day was lambasted. 200 naira, 10,000. Right there, he paid him more than 200,000. Times 3 of that amount. He was happy. Why? Because we summoned him. So we need the Chief Judge. We need the police. We need all these people, dresses. Visit even the traditional ruler. The government first, in that order. The traditional ruler, then maybe the CPOIG. Just in that order. Let them know that you are around. Even paramilitary, all the heads of MPAs, visit them. That you have assumed duty and you are on ground. Let NTA or whatever the media you have your state blow your assumption. People will know that we will have arrived. Chief Commissioner, this is not the PCC. I transferred my service to in 96. I retired 2014. So many things are happening. So the appointment was set openly. For commission to go on strike and be cooking at the gate, disgraceful. It's not good. My Chief Commissioner, please. I have so many things on ground here. I can tell. My name is Sada. I'm an ombudsman. To the core. So what have we prayed for is a kind of executive session where we will be here alone, let the commissioners, and let us play bare the crisis. So I will stop there for now. Thank you very much, sir.
Probably it will assist in giving us let me make a response on these last two speakers briefly, please, so that we can be sure that time is not against us. The first speaker, Mr. Owa, is requested for the speeches made during the inauguration, that one is very key. Certainly all of the copies will be circulated to everyone of us.
So in addition to this particular issue, it would be nice also for the secretary to also have a compilation of all the commissioners' names, phone numbers,
already it is in her done.
Okay, so that it can be part of the documents to be sent to us.
Yes. The budgeting issue, and like the last speaker, our professional ombudsman, these are issues that all of us, before we started this meeting, I was with the secretary in my office. We were thinking on how long we are going to stay here. What we came up with is that probably most of you, especially those that are not or are not resident here, may not have been here in readiness to stay longer than 1 or 2 nights. So, but I told her I want us to have a meeting that should not last anything less than a week, consecutively. The reason here is that, just like the Senate President yesterday, any minute from now, Mr. President will direct for the proposal of budgets. And we need to key in our own request immediately. So it is part of the decision I want us to take before we all leave here. What do we do? If we say we are going to stay till tomorrow, it is not going to be enough for us. Secondly, I am of the opinion that we all go back, within 1 or 2 days, compile the problems and solutions in your own area, and then address them on short, medium, and long-term basis. Take note, Nigeria doesn't have money anymore. So whatever budget or whatever idea you have, we have to stage them into these 3 categories: the short, and medium, and long-term measures. So we all gather again, stay here like for a week, then work with the directors that are in the headquarters and come out with our budget for 2025. I don't know any questions. So some of the issues, previous problems, what have you, is during this our session that all of us will discuss. And like I said, with our vast ideas, we have so many professionals within us. Some are clergy, some are lawyers, some are even accountants. So we have a complete team. Anything to do with import and export and arrest, I have done to represent you. So let us see, in line with what I said, let our comments from the members now be short and precise, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Chief Commissioner and my fellow Honourable Commissioners, the Secretary of the Commission, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Archie Ezora Christian, PhD. I represent Ebonyi State. Actually, with my exposure and position in government, I didn't know much about Public Complaint Commission. Most of the things we hear about just in passing, which means one of the biggest problems this commission has is issue of awareness creation. And that is where we have to focus if we'll be able to make impact in the society. We have to let people know that the commission exists and these are the roles of the commission. And I think from here, there should be letters from the commission to all federal government institutions to know that this commission exists and this is their roles, so that we'll be able to partner with all the federal government institutions in our various states and at the FCT. Then the governors and the council chairman should equally be formally informed in writing about the...
One second.
Yes.
I think at this point, I was thinking the press, I was thinking this is our internal...
Yes. Okay.